Well, how about this whole thing about how much are you going to charge me? Well, think about it. Do you think all agents generate the same outcome for their consumer, for their client? What's the probability that all of us negotiate equally? I can tell you, because I have access to all these stats and I'm a numbers guy and I love them, there's dramatic differentials between the outcomes that agents drive for their clients. And so if you think about it, if two agents are charging a difference in their fees for service, yet one out negotiates, it very much could stand to reason that the agent with the higher fee actually puts more money in your pocket. And that's the only thing that matters, is the net sale proceeds to you, the consumer. That's the only thing that matters. So these how much questions are not really where it's at. I'd suggest you, there's all kinds of ways to look at this. Maybe it's the person you like the most. Maybe it's the person you trust the most. I think those things are really important. I think, that feel that you have is critical. But I would suggest there's 4 other things that you might look at. I call them the KPIs, the key performance indicators for realtors. So one of them, it's really simple and probably not the most important, but how many homes does this agent sell every year? We know the average agent's selling 3-4 homes a year. So if I was to make an analogy to open heart surgery, do you want a surgeon that does 3 or 4 operations a year, or one that does 3 or 4 a day? Experience matters. Now, another thing to think about is what percentage of listings taken are sold by that agent. So what you'll find, again, back to that kind of overpriced story, some agents sell everything they list or close to, but what we know in Ottawa is only 66% of listings taken actually sell. So like a third of homes don't sell. So this agent sitting in front of you, what is their statistic? Most of us list our homes because we need to do something, and a third of us end up not doing business with that particular agent. That matters, and you need to know what their outcome is. Another stat that's really important is how long is your house going to be on the market for? So this is a bit of an indication of, did they get the price right? Did they stage the house? Did they have honest conversations with you about what needed to happen for market reaction? I know there's a group of agents that are like, oh gosh, this is going to be tough. We'll let the market tell them. Your agent needs to have the courage to have honest conversations with you and get your home in a position where it is highly marketable. And then the last thing is, believe it or not, there's some amazing negotiators out there, and there's others that aren't so great at negotiating. And so there's a massive differential in what's called the list price to the sell price ratio, right? Like, how much of that list price do I generate for you, the consumer? So I'd suggest you, the next time you're interviewing an agent, set aside the how much questions about price and about fees for service. See if you can get them to answer the questions on key performance. Let's see what kind of outcome that agent generates for you. If you could find an agent that you feel trust and, kind of feel like you're heard and understood, and they've got killer numbers, that's your winner.